Alright friends, welcome to the channel. If today is the first time visiting with us, I want to extend you a very warm welcome. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If today is your birthday, I want to extend you a very happy birthday. This will be the last video that I'm shooting in Europe, and I thought to make a comparison between what is in a DIY kit here in Europe as it opposed to a DIY kit in the States. So stick around and see what we're going to find. Keeping in mind that people here mostly live in apartments and flats, do not expect a great deal of DIY work to be performed by many people. So what I'm going to show you is basic but representative of what you will find here in most of the European countries. However, let us not forget that what the value here more is spending time outside. The houses are smaller, and the time they spend doing DIY work is really not as extensive as it is in the States. So let's look at that typical DIY kit that you will find in any European house. And believe it or not, this is really fundamentally enough to do all the necessary tasks that you will need to do in these houses. The houses are built simply, and it is fairly easy to create small projects. However, they are not really suited for builds. They don't have the space for a big saw, etc. So let's look at the toolbox. Alright friends, and we see here a normal complement of tools: a hammer, a rasp, a basic screwdriver, a metric tape measure, everything familiar, a tiny little wrench, and what seems like a pair of pruning tools, and granted, I'm not really sure what this is. It seems to be more of either some type of small needle nose pliers or a separating device. I've not really seen this tool before, and I don't know what it is. I do find it intriguing, however. And lastly, a normal pair of pliers and cutters, a blade that seems that it would go to some form of saw and looks like a replacement blade. The quality overall is very good, but I see that there are no plastic handles here. And this is a pair of snippers, and of course normal DIY things. As you see, the difference is the selection is not great, since the living here is an apartment style living, so there is not a lot of space for do-it-yourself work. But recognizable tools again. No plastic handles, so the tools are all metal. Electrician's tape, or Teflon tape, I'm sorry. And double-sided tape. And this is wood glue. I would have loved to have a project to execute, but I don't. But it is not a brand that I recognize or a brand that we have in the States, but it is a wood glue. A pair of adjustable wrenches or a spanner, and a pair of small scissors. One of the characteristics we notice on the toolbox was, of course, its small size, but also the quality of the tools was very good, but they were not really focused on having a lot of comfort for the user, indicating that people do not spend as much time as we do in the States doing do-it-yourself projects. I hope you enjoyed this little comparison. And before we close this short video, I wanted to remind you that Europeans use solar energy a lot, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time showing you around some houses so you can see the solar systems that exist in virtually every size house and every building. As you can see, everywhere you look, and I'm going to try to go very, very slowly, you will be able to find solar panels. And I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm pretty sure you can. But energy conservation and the way they use energy here is substantially more advanced than the way we do it, and to some degree that surprised me a great deal. And I hope this will happen. We have a beautiful sunset here, but I wanted to show you that solar system there, and a great view of Athens from our balcony here, and the mountainous nature of this great country. Here's a closer look of a typical solar system as it is used here. And also I want to point out that satellite systems are very common here. Most people use over-the-air or satellite TV that in Europe is mostly free, a lot of free-to-air satellite programming, and cable systems are not commonplace, and you will not be able to find them very much. The cars are substantially smaller than the cars that we are accustomed in the States. As you can see here, you will not find a very big car anywhere. And that's a very good representation of what you will find in more European states. And even this vehicle here, that would be the equivalent of a... Hold on a second. Sorry. That would be the equivalent of an SUV. As you can see, it's fairly small. Okay. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this short episode of the Urban Homesteading channel and our last broadcast from Europe. And it was very interesting for me to see the differences. I was hoping to find more do-it-yourself projects or shops or things of this nature, but unfortunately I was not able to. But in either case, I wanted to bring you along and show you what's happening. I will try to take some video of my return trip and share it with you as well, but we will resume our normal programming on the channel as soon as I return back home, which is of course this week. I hope you enjoyed this channel, this episode. If you did, please smash that like button. If you didn't, smash the other button twice. Share, like, subscribe and comment, and I'm going to see you on Wednesday with another type of video from the States. From the Garage Wizard, I want to bid you a great week. I also want to take a second and show you the quality of the hardware you find here. Everything is metal, and the window sills are actually marble. They are not wood, so there is no chance of rotting. But as you can see, this is a very good quality window and provides very good protection from the elements and provides a very good thermal protection as well. It is a double pane window, very similar to what we use, but the construction is somewhat different. They actually use very often here in Europe shades that, as you can see, are actually completely hidden when they are closed, and that allows them some privacy and also eliminates the need for having curtains or any other of covering if you do not desire. And here, from the beautiful sky of Attica, Greece, I hope you all in the States have a great day, and we will see you soon.